What is this phone and how much does it cost? It's a Nokia 2660 Flip, and it's the most recent addition to Nokia's feature phone lineup. It's gonna cost around $70 depending on where you live, and its key selling points are that it has a large display and easy to press buttons. What comes in the box? Well, obviously you get the handset, and there's also a micro USB charging brick, some product brochures, and a 1450 milliamps battery, which is obviously user replaceable. How is the build quality? I mean, it's a pretty affordable phone, so the whole phone is made out of polycarbonate plastic. It feels well put together, but it's obviously quite light, and it's designed to be able to withstand an accidental drop or two without any issues. What key hardware features does it have? Being a flip phone, it has two displays. So you have a smaller 1.77-inch display on the outside, which is used mainly to display time and notifications, and then a bigger 2.8-inch display on the inside. The phone has a headphone jack and an emergency key, which can be reprogrammed to call your loved one in case of an emergency. You can buy an additional cradle charging accessory for it, so you can easily charge it by just inserting it into the cradle. It supports 2 SIM cards with 4G LTE, so you can use 4G on either of these SIM cards at the same time. There's wireless and wired FM radio for those of you who use it, and you can expand the internal memory, which is something that you'll need to do if you plan on adding any MP3 files to this manually, as the device only comes with about 128 megabytes of built-in storage, with more than half of that being taken by the operating system. So you can put up to a 32 gigabyte SD card into this. Other than that, it also has hearing aid compatibility and Bluetooth, so you can connect your earbuds to this, for example. How's the camera? Well, this has a VGA camera, so that's 0.3 megapixels, and it also has LED flash, which can be used as a torch. As you'd expect from having such a tiny camera, the picture quality is pretty mediocre. So don't expect to take good pictures with this at all. I guess if you want to go old school and send MMS images, then it will work. Is the keypad comfortable? Well, one of its key features is actually the keypad, because the buttons are quite large and their tactile feedback is excellent. This is one of the best keypads you can get on such a device. So if a super comfortable keypad is one of the things that you really value, then you won't find much better than this, really. How smart is the operating system? Well, this thing is running on Nokia's S30 Plus operating system, and it's designed not to be very smart. It's designed to be very power efficient and to do the basics quite well. So you'll mainly be using this to make phone calls, listen to music if you manually add MP3 files on it, send the occasional SMS here and there, and checking the web browser is just done for the absolute necessities. There are no social media or messaging apps here, so forget things such as Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, Twitter, and so on. You can access your social media using the web browser, but the experience isn't ideal. Also forget about checking your emails or getting email notifications. You do get some basic utility apps such as an alarm clock, a calendar, a calculator, a converter, and stuff like that, really. There's also a photo gallery and a music player. And it also comes with some classic games such as Snake and Tetris. And there are some other games that come pre-installed, but they're only trials, so you need to pay in order to access their full versions. Can you download additional apps? Unfortunately, you can't. There's no official app store for this. How many contacts can you store? You can store up to 2000 contacts, and you can even transfer your contacts from your Android device to this, but using Bluetooth. Yep, Android only. Does it have a 4G hotspot? Unfortunately, no, and I do think that this is one of its biggest emissions, really. How's the battery life? Nokia says you can get up to 20 days of standby time if you have dual SIM cards, both with 4G. But that's assuming you're not using the device at all. In my opinion, you're gonna get between 5 and 10 days of usage, and it completely depends on how heavily you use this to make phone calls or play games. As for talk time, if you're using 4G, you're gonna get just over 6 hours. How's the performance like? I think this is one of the best aspects about the S30 Plus operating system. It's really quick. There's barely any delay if you're trying to do absolutely anything. Web browser is a bit slow, but accessing any apps that come pre-installed on this is pretty quick and effortless. What about the loudspeaker? There's only one, and it's located on the back, and it's decently loud, so you shouldn't have any problems hearing this, even in a pretty noisy environment. How's the call quality? Really good, actually, and the phone also supports voice over LTE. What I also like is that since the phone is pretty light and it's a flip phone, the angle just makes it very convenient to hold this up to your face while you're making phone calls. Can I replace my smartphone with this? I personally can't replace my smartphone with this because I rely on apps such as WhatsApp, I occasionally use social media, and I need maps. And I also need my email client. So if you do plan on replacing your smartphone with this, you'll need to be extra prepared beforehand. Planning your route, making sure that maybe you have a tablet or something else or a computer that you can do these stuff on before. Who's this phone for? It would work really nicely for somebody who's just trying to unwind and avoid all the social media distractions of the world, or it can be used as a nice secondary phone just to make phone calls and to get the additional benefit of the extra battery life on top of your smartphone. Or it can also be used by a loved one who doesn't want to bother themselves with all the smart features, either because they don't understand it or they don't care about it at all. Why on earth is Nokia making such a phone? Great question, and the answer to that is that a lot of people are actually transitioning from their phones to something more simple these days. And it's expected that about 1 billion of these are going to be sold in 2022 alone, which is about a 20% increase over about 800 million that were sold last year. So there's definitely still a market for this, even if you don't think it suits you. How is Snake on this? It's pretty awesome, to be honest. This has my favorite version of Snake, which is the very simplified version without any 3D effects and all that. And the combination of the large display and the super comfortable keypad means that this is a great phone if you plan on playing Snake in your spare time. Now it's time for one last and very important question. Do you like this new format? Do let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested in a candy bar form factor that does most of the things that the 2660 Flip does quite well, check out my 8210 video here, or check out my latest upload here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.